Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. The other day, I was fixing a friend's computer. He had a little bit of an RGB issue and I had to open up Corsair iCUE. I went into Corsair iCUE and I saw something that I hadn't seen before. It now has Nanoleaf integration. I don't know how long that's been there. And it just so happens that Corsair sent over a 5000D RGB, a new power supply, a new cooler, and we've got some Nanoleaf lines. So what I decided to do was build a computer to see how this would work, because you know what we do here, ladies and gents. I think you should subscribe. Don't run away from me, Binny. We build beautiful PCs to inspire you guys to build beautiful PCs of your own. So does it actually work? Let's find out with our own beautiful PC. This video is not a review of the Corsair 5000D. We've done a lot of content with this case already. It's been out for a couple of years. We've got a couple reviews out with different configurations and whatnot already. I'll link to all of those in the description down below. This video is purely to inspire you guys to build beautiful PCs and setups of your own, which is why I wanted to know what the deal was with this Nanoleaf stuff. Let's see how the PC came together, and I'll shut up. Remix! All right, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the build in the Corsair 5000D with all of this hardware. There's a couple things that we need to talk about with this though, because this isn't gonna work for everybody. What does that mean? Well, the H170i from Corsair doesn't technically fit. It's a 420mm liquid cooler, and this typically supports up to a 360 at the top. You can do 140mm fans up there. However, there's a few compromises we have to make with making this cooler fit. The first thing is all of the screws to mount the radiator to the case are not in the case. That's fine, because you only need about 4 screws to hold it in anyway. It's a little bit janky, but if you really wanted to do it, you can do it, and you're not sacrificing that much thermal performance by blocking a little bit of the radiator. It's like so small, it's negligible. The other thing is you're removing the ability to mount your fans at the front of the case for intake. But luckily the 5000D has intake on the side, so if you want to compare it to like an 011 or whatnot, they typically work this way, where they have the intake on the side and they push the air through the case up and out through the top, as well as having an exhaust fan out the back. So that's how that works. It's not overly complicated, but some people might not be satisfied with the fact that they don't have all of their fans and all their RGB up the front. But for me personally, if I was gonna do a 420mm rad in this case, that's the way I would do it, even though it's not technically supported, but you know, it is what it is. This isn't something that I would recommend for everyone, but if you really, really wanted to do it, and this is kind of the gear seeker's rule, if it fits in there and you can screw it down and it fits without a Dremel, then it fits. Why am I like this? Why do I always do this weird stuff? Anyway, what's the deal with the Nanoleaf Lines? Do they work?
Get subscribed.
Essentially how this works is there's a new RGB kind of setup, I suppose, and you can use animated pictures and videos and whatnot to draw the colors from that and put it inside your PC. And that's exactly what I've done here. However, I've just used one of the stock ones that comes in iCUE just to see how this works, because I was like, hey, does the integration work? The answer is yes. However, there is no integration for RGB fusion on a Gigabyte board. Essentially, just add these Nanoleaf lines into the integration and you can place it anywhere on that image map, I suppose. That's what it is. And it just draws the color from that. And that's what we've got going on here. So you can see, right? Look at the colors, the pretty colors here. Now let's go back and look at the pretty colors in the computer. They're kind of similar. You get the idea. They're all synchronized. If I turn the computer off, that's going to stop doing its thing. But we're not going to do that, because I want to see how long I can do this before Claire's arms stop working. Sorry, Claire.
I'm so short.
I'm sorry, Claire. You're struggling right now.
I'm holding the camera up above my head.
You're so short.
Okay, stop, please.
A couple of problems with this PC. The first thing was, this is so dumb, I was pulling the 4090 out of its box, and as I was lifting the lid off it, the GPU just fell out of the box and it landed straight on my toe, and it really freaking hurt, and it still hurts. I was gonna take a photo of the damage it did to my toe. First thing, you don't get that content for free. The second thing is, it doesn't look like anything, it just hurts. The next thing is, I put the GPU in the system. I mean, just because you drop the GPU doesn't mean it's gonna break. However, it didn't work. So I had to update the BIOS and everything. I freaked out a little bit. I was like, oh my God, I broke the 4090. Put it on the test bench, it was all good. I was just having one of those really newbie days where you name it going wrong, it was just going wrong, and I just, everything's fine. And if you wanna know what the rest of the parts are, there's a PC part picker list down below in the description. You can go through that and peruse the list and all of that stuff. And if you like the music I make here for the channel, because it's me, I make the music. It's actually a new remix in today's video that I made specifically for this video. Click the join button, float plane for early access, all of that stuff. What do YouTubers tell you to do?
Please subscribe. It's so tickly.
Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. I hope you enjoyed this bit of story time today. You peek, we seek. And should it fit in this case? It's up to you to decide. Thanks for watching. So I had to open up Corsair iCUE, I said Corsair, and built a computer. Go back, I didn't talk about something, I missed something.